All right, so it looks like you're getting ready for that Avaya Aura 71201T exam.
Yeah, definitely a challenging one. But we're here to make those concepts crystal clear.
And help you really understand how all the pieces of this puzzle fit together.
Absolutely, because that's what this exam is all about, the big picture, not just memorizing facts.
Right, you don't want to be flipping through the book during the exam anyway.
Exactly. It's timed 60 questions, 90 minutes, 70% passing score.
So let's make sure those concepts really sink in beforehand.
Think of this deep dive as like a targeted study session.
Perfect. Let's jump right in with the building blocks.
All right.
First up, Avaya Aura Device Services, AADS for short.
Right.
I know it manages user profiles and features, but how does it actually deliver those features to my phone?
So that's where Session Manager SM comes in.
Okay.
ADS relies on SM for SIP call routing, which is how your phone actually gets those features.
Okay.
Think of it like this. ADS is the chef who prepares the meal,
I like it.
and SM is the waiter who brings it to your table.
Okay, so they're a team working behind the scenes.
Exactly.
Now, what about Avaya Aura Communication Manager, CM?
Right, CM.
Is that where the real magic happens?
You could say that CM is the heart of call processing.
Okay.
It's not just about connecting calls, though.
Right.
It uses some really clever routing mechanisms to optimize call traffic and make sure everything runs smoothly.
I see.
For example, there's least cost routing, which automatically selects the cheapest path for a call,
Oh, that's pretty neat.
and automatic alternate routing, which kicks in if there's like a network outage.
Wow. So CM is like a master strategist,
You got it.
constantly analyzing and adapting to make sure calls get connected
Absolutely.
in the most efficient way.
It's like an air traffic controller for your calls,
I like that analogy.
making sure everything's flowing smoothly.
Okay, so ADS and CM are working their magic, but what about Session Manager?
Okay.
I know it has session in its name,
Right.
but what does it actually manage?
So SM handles the SIP signaling that sets up and tears down calls.
Yep.
Kind of like a stage manager coordinating the actors in a play.
Interesting.
And here's a little detail that might trip you up on the exam.
Okay.
A newly deployed SM boots up in maintenance mode by default.
Maintenance mode. Why would it do that right out of the box?
It's a safety feature.
Okay.
Think of it like a brand new car before you can drive it and you need to take it out of park and put it in drive.
Right.
Similarly, SM needs to be configured and transitioned to an operational state before it can handle live calls.
Got it. So it's not broken. It's just waiting for its instructions.
Exactly.
Speaking of instructions, what happens when we enroll the Avaya Aura Media Server AAF with System Manager or SMGR?
Okay, so that's where AMS gets its security clearance and its backup buddy.
Okay.
When you enroll AMS with SMGR, it receives a signed certificate for secure communication.
Oh, like a digital passport?
Yeah, you got it.
Okay.
And it can also team up with other AMS for redundancy,
Okay.
ensuring those media services stay up and running, even if one server goes down.
So it's like a double dose of protection?
It's exactly. Security and redundancy, all thanks to SMGR.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've covered the main players, ADS, CM, SM, and AMS.
Right. The foundational components.
But the exam isn't just about knowing what each component does individually, right?
Right. You need to understand how they all work together.
Yeah.
Think of it like an orchestra. Each instrument plays its part.
Okay.
But it's the conductor, in this case, the configurations, that brings everything together into like a harmonious symphony.
I like that analogy.
Yeah.
So what are the key configurations we need to understand?
To build a functional Avaya Aura Core,
Yep.
there are 3 essential ones:
Right, hit me.
trust relationships, SIP trunks, and LDAP synchronization.
Okay, those are the big 3.
And these are definitely areas the exam will focus on.
So let's start with trust relationships.
Okay.
Why is trust so important in the world of Avaya Aura?
Well, for components to communicate securely and exchange sensitive information,
Right.
they need to establish a trust relationship.
Kind of like a digital handshake that verifies their identities.
And I'm guessing this is especially important between System Manager SMGR and Session Manager SM,
You got it.
since SMGR is the one calling the shots.
Exactly. SMGR needs to be able to send commands and updates to SM without any risk of interference or interception.
Oh, okay.
A trust relationship ensures that those communications are encrypted and protected,
Right.
just like you'd want your online banking transactions to be secure.
That makes perfect sense. Secure communication is crucial, especially when you're dealing with sensitive configuration settings and user data.
Absolutely.
Now let's talk about SIP trunks.
Okay.
What role do they play in this grand orchestra of Avaya Aura?
Think of SASI trunks as the dedicated communication lines between different components,
I see.
like the channels through which the musicians in an orchestra send their sounds to the audience.
Okay.
One of the most important SIP trunks is the one between Session Manager SM and Communication Manager CM.
We talked about those components earlier, but remind me again, why are they so crucial for a successful call?
Well, SM handles the initial setup and routing of the call,
Okay.
kind of like the receptionist who answers the phone and directs the caller to the right department.
I see.
Then CM takes over once the call is established, providing all the call control and features,
Oh,
like holding, transferring, and conferencing.
so the SIP trunk between SM and CM is like the internal phone line
Exactly.
that connects the receptionist to the different departments within the company.
You got it.
It's how those two components coordinate their efforts
Right.
to ensure a smooth and feature-rich call experience.
Exactly.
Okay, that's a great analogy. Now let's move on to that last key configuration, LDAP synchronization.
Okay.
What's the big deal about syncing Avaya Aura with the enterprise directory?
So LDIP synchronization is all about connecting Avaya Aura to the company's central directory,
Okay.
where all the user information is stored.
Right.
It's like giving Avaya Aura access to the company's employee database, so it knows what their phone numbers are and what permissions they have.
And I'm guessing this is super important for security and access control, right?
Absolutely. When someone tries to log into Avaya Aura or access a specific feature,
Right.
the system can verify their identity and permissions against the enterprise directory.
Okay.
This prevents unauthorized access
Yeah.
and ensures that only the right people can use the system and its features.
Okay.
Plus, this is something the exam might ask about in a scenario-based question.
Oh, okay. I'll make note of that.
So make sure you understand the role of LDP in access control.
Got it. LD.P synchronization. It's like having a security guard checking IDs at the entrance to the Avaya Aura party,
Exactly.
making sure only invited guests get in.
You got it.
So we've covered the three essential configurations: trust relationships, SIP trunks, and LDDAP synchronization.
Those are the key ones.
So like the foundation, the walls and the roof of our Avaya Aura house, right?
Exactly. Understanding how these configurations work together is key to grasping the bigger picture of Avaya Aura.
Right.
And that's exactly what the 71201T exam will test you on.
All right, now that we have a good grasp of those foundational configurations, Avaya Aura is more than just a technology. It's a community, a constantly evolving ecosystem of knowledge, and a powerful tool that can transform the way businesses communicate and collaborate.
Couldn't have said it better myself. And to our listener out there, best of luck on your 71201T exam. With the knowledge and insights you've gained from this deep dive, I'm confident you'll succeed.
And remember, the learning never stops, so keep exploring, keep experimenting, and keep diving deep into the fascinating world of Avaya Aura.